At the Castle Lite tennis side rugby tournament, brought to you by Castle Lite and Trusco United. You with Ashwin Berry and Andrew Pullman. It is the Reserve League final. Unam 2 versus Wanderers 2. And the final will be Unam 1 versus Wanderers 1. But right now, let's figure this one out. Unam 2 versus Wanderers 2. This is the Reserve League final at the Castle Lite tennis side. All right, Andrew. It's difficult to make any predictions on this one.
Yeah, I think these are usually the two leading teams, you could say, in the 15-man Premier League, but this is obviously a different kettle of fish.
Without a doubt. I mean, at some point, the sheer spectacle of it all ends up carrying more weight than anyone's previous history. It's just 20 men on a field with the referee battling out for one winner. Unam 2.
Irongwa Achivudi with a saving kick for Unam. Wins a lot of meters.
It's going to be a Wanderers line out. That's going to be
Dandre Schreder wat daar ingegooi het. En dit is Zian van Wyk, dink ek daar met die loopie, die nommer 10.
Players getting a little chippy with each other. It is a Unam scrum.
Diamando Chombe now playing for Unam, previously long career with Western Suburbs. Irongwa Achivudi in die nommer 9 posisie vir Unam. Deurgeskop deur Wanderers. Die fluitjie wat geblaas het.
Ref is going to call that a knock-on. Second scrum of the game, Wanderers 2, Unam 2. Not sure how many of the players on the field are familiar with each other, but the brands, oh, they know each other very well. They've competed tooth and nail, neck to neck for years now. Big kick coming there, likely. Geraldo Bekus for Wanderers 2.
Ja, Geraldo wat 'n goeie dag beleef het aan vir sy nuwe klub. Wanderers. Nadat hy aangesluit het van Kudus af. Foukie begaan daar deur Unam wat die bal teruggedra het in hulle kwartgebied in en toe uitgeskop het.
Let's get into the line-out. Referee is going to make sure everything is in place.
Dandre Schreder. Dis Johan Meyer wat opgaan as die springer. En dit is Wanderers wat hier 'n vryskop kry of iets. Richard Mupewa, ook 'n aansluiting van Western Suburbs af. Ethan Koopman wat die bal dadelik wyd stuur toe hy hom kry.
Referee's going to penalize Unam.
Skeieregter Antoni de Greef, Mauricio de Koe wat daar die bal wyd stuur. Geraldo Bekes naby aan die doellyn grond toe gebring. Wanderers soek hom terug. Zian van Wyk, Ethan Koopman wat plat getrek word.
The referee's going to give that scrum to Unam. They can consider that successfully defended. The question is, what can they do with the ball as we are within the last 2 minutes of the first half in this Castle Lite tennis side, brought to you by Castle Lite and Trusco United. This is the Reserve League final. Wanderers 2 versus Unam 2. Ball comes in for Unam.
Goeie opskietverdediging daar deur Wanderers Mauricio de Koe, wat daar sy direkte opponent Irongwa Chivudi geplaat. Unam wat die bal nie kon wegkry nie en dit word dan nou 'n skram ingooi vir Wanderers.
Let's see how this goes for Wanderers as they try to break the deadlock just before halftime. Referee not happy with that scrum. Wanderers taking too long with it. Unam with the quick tap in the up and under. Let's see how that chase transpires. As we head into a line out. Unam's number 12, Kieran Diachat, having some words with the ref. And the referee is going to allow gameplay to continue. Unam winning that line out. Wanderers seemingly getting possession there. That would not be the case. It's going to be yet another line out. The two players there discussing how it's going to go.
Winslow Olivier wat ingooi vir Unam. Skil om die lyn staan, vat self die bal en storm daar in die middelveld. Dan ry Skreder wat daar strafskop afstaan. Irongwa Achivudi skop met die regtervoet. En hy gaan die bal so by die kwartlyn van Wanderers uitjaag.
Is it just me or are the halves in the final longer, Andrew?
The women played 2 halves of 7 minutes, which was the same as, but sometimes in it becomes halves of 10 minutes.
Oh,
maybe
right.
that's what's happening here.
That could be the case. Okay. Oh no, looks like we're still on schedule. More or less. The referee would have stopped his clock several times.
Okay, die toeter wat nou afgegaan het. So die tyd wat seker dan, ja, eindvliekie wat nou blaas.
Yes, indeed. Half time. We'll be back for more action. This is the Reserve League final at the Castle Lite 10 side. back. It's the second half of the Reserve League final. Wanderers 2 versus Unam 2. And this is just before the Premier League final, which is going to be Wanderers 1 and Unam 1. Officials having a chat there. Any officials you recognize on screen, Andrew?
Yeah, so the referee drinking water now is Antoni de Greef. He's the referee in this match, which is 0-0 at halftime. So all to play for.
All to play for indeed. One wonders what the coaches might have said, because whatever it is, it has to be enacted and executed within the next 7 minutes.
So all of the presentations will be after the Premier League match. All the presentations to the winners of the Women's League, the Reserve League, and then the Men's Premier League.
It's hard not to imagine a big party. Seems like that'll be the case. Only makes sense. Here we go. Before play, one must work. So let's see how this one goes. Unam 2 playing a determined game. Wanderers defending emphatically. Unam keeping possession. Big up and under there. It's going to come out of play. And the players are going to come back for a line out. Wanderers line out right at the Unam 22-meter line. Wanderers secures possession. They are swinging the ball down the line. Wanderers, can they make something of this? Decent run over there by Zian van Wyk. Wanderers swinging the ball. They surely would have had an overlap there. They're going to have to make do with what they can. Wanderers swinging the ball down. Unam's chance to defend. Referees playing advantage. Wanderers after that knock on. Bekas. Referee's going to call it back. It's going to be a penalty. Wanderers penalty. Kickers number 24, Ethan Koopman. And it's a big one. Wanderers trying yet again to break the deadlock with Unam 2. With yet another lineout. You are with Ashwin and Andrew Pullman. And this is the Castle Lite Tennis-side, brought to you by its namesake Castle Lite and Trustco United. Referee sees no qualms with that lineout. Koopman comes to ground. Wanderers. Bekas, he's going to swing it back. Unam will make the best of that confusion. Decent kick, that would be a knock-on likely. No, it's not. Referee is aware of the bounce. We have slightly different angles. And we absolutely trust the match official. Unam 2. Coming down to ground. Referee is not going to be happy with that reach in. Wanderers getting penalized. Unam continues play. This is the Reserve League final of the Castle Lite Tennis-side, brought to you by Castle Lite and Trustco United. Unam, yet another penalty. Referee has no qualms with that. Full view of the referee. Big run. Unfortunate knock on there. Wanderers is going to play advantage. It's a big run from Wanderers. A big tackle meets the run. Unam with the return.
Ja, nou die vletjie wat spel so 'n bietjie tot bedaring bring. Aksie gesien heen en weer. een teenaanval op die ander. So scrum tyd nou.
We're looking at the last, possibly the last 4 minutes of this Reserve League final. These teams have been playing all day. As for Andrew, Danny and myself, we've been commentating. This is the 40th game of the day.
Vryskop vir Unam. Hieromwa Chivudi wat die bal uitskiet dan in die agterlyn toe, maar die bal wip eers en dan Diego Loubser wat hom in die hande kry, storm daar in die verdediging in. Wanderers wat hom probeer in die lug hou. Wanderers wat nog, Unam wat nog steeds besit het. Diego Loubser skiet die bal lang aangee. Vir Diamando Chombe wat plat getrek word. Maar Unam vorder tot op die doellyn.
Referee is going to penalize. Wanderers there not happy with that challenge. Will Unam kick that into touch? Looks more than likely. Oh, they go for the tap. Unam opting to run. Opting to keep the ball in their hands. Quick chip there from the Unam player. A little too much on it. An awkward bounce could make this very awkward for the Wanderers. But the players will come back for the 22-meter drop. Oh, it looks like the referee had a penalty to sustain. And thus it shall be. Wanderers have been pushed back 5-meter line. Unam, big run from the big man.
Diamando Chombe wat daar net betyds
Unam playing advantage. It's going to be a Unam try from the number 9 Shipe Shatupo. He's been having a good last 2 games. First against Unam 3, and now I guess Wanderers is the final. But of course, every kick counts. A kick could be the difference between your opponent only needing 1 try and needing maximum effort to take the game. The kick goes up for number 12. That will not be successful as Unam stays on 5 points to Wanderers 0. This is the second half. We are talking very few minutes left. Referee saying hurry up with the play, get it right and get it right soon. So the famous hooter has gone on to say that time regulation is done. But of course, the great regulator is the referee, and the game is only done when the whistle blows. Wanderers will play advantage just before the penalty. We expect them to run this. Well, look at that. They're going to go for the line out. It's a big kick, but still shy of the 22 by quite a bit. Very important line out for Unam. If they win this line out, they're kicking their ball out and the game is over. For Wanderers, this line out could be the beginning of a winning play. Either or, this is the final stretch. Wanderers comes down with the ball. They're going to swing it down the line. Bit of a dummy there, big run from the Wanderers player. Bierkus. Unam trying to hold him up, realizing this is not the time to get penalized, so you got to be careful about that contact. That looks like it's offside. It will be offside. Unam's going to come back. Wanderers going for touch. For all intents and purposes, this game is done. But in rugby, it's not done until it's actually done. So one last opportunity, one final play. Can Wanderers take the win? Or can Unam? Or has Unam done enough? Big line out, Unam coming out with the ball. Wanderers will not be happy about that. This could be the time of the end. The ball goes out. Referee's going to call that a knock-on. Wanderers. Oh, no, that is the end of the game. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. You know, that swivel of the hand, Andrew. Lost me there. I couldn't hear the referee's whistle. Unam win the Reserve League final. That is Unam 2. They've had a fantastic tournament, some ups and downs. But, of course, this is what it was all leading to. A big old W. As we get ready for the final, Danny Boyson and Andrew Pullman will take you through it from Ashwin Berry. Cheers.